because they won't let us use the 1894 because of the Smithsonian Institution says it has to be kept in an environment. And so this is the earliest one they could find.
This is the third oldest, right?
No, that was the 1895. I don't know how old this one is.
1895 would be.
1 year, and somebody had one, but they had to leave before this happened. Look at that big old fight tail.
There's supposed to be a lot more.
Uh-oh, they don't want to go.
Leave going. Then we can never get to
Stay up here, Jeff.
I don't want him to run over me.
Here, I'll do it.
No.
Well, then you get up here like me, or I'm going to take the camera. He ain't going to run over you. Cross over. Guys, go see what's going on. Go faster. The horse is crawling. You can walk faster. Horse. Bend your knees a little as you walk. Just keep your knees a little bit. You get a steadier picture.
So now he's going to drive the thing.
That's the way the original was, baby.
Not move.
Hey, we got her.
Hope that thing runs. Hope that thing runs. Here, can you see now? We saw him move because this car wasn't part of it. Yeah, this car didn't use the call.
Yeah, keep that horse handy.
Everyone's supposed to start the first time. Turn the key on!
Just to hold on to my hand. Okay, that's all right, Stephanie. Just don't get too far away.
Damn it.
Hold on, sorry. Well, partner, I'll give you a push. Maybe, wasn't it? Well, we're following the it's going to turn again. I should have a video camera. I could have done it. Not ahead of time. Looks like a John Deere.
That's right. Pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
We need to show. Never one to kill this day. Break the tackle line, you know?
Yep.
What did I say? BSC, University of Backstage. Oh, yeah, Cubs. Oh, yeah. I wish I bought.
I want to get that angle, but I don't want to read people's life.
Sorry. Water.
It died. You killed it. Well, I think it died on us, but that's what it did.
That's only in the curiosity. That's not don't boost your windshield. No, right up there is the windshield. I think they dropped all you do is drop down. Yeah. That steering wheel would come off and they can drop it. No, it comes down. It comes down this way. Yeah. Look up underneath this way. It's tucked up underneath there. See there up underneath the whole steering wheel.
The windshield.
Even got a clock and air conditioning.
Yeah, really.
It's got wind up clock.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something?
To the windshield?
Yeah, just a flap for the rain.
Here's where they started.
Curtains out the rain.
I think glass curtains will roll right down in case
Did you see their glove compartment? Did you see their glove compartment? That little box?
I think that's probably Magneto.
Yeah,
No, that is not, because that's good.
Magneto, that's what provides electricity for the park. You don't like this? You have a generator. Generators and alternators nowadays, but
Our son helped us develop it. It is really ironic.
yeah, then they said they cut the transmission.
Little compartment.
They forgot to, they did not.
Something.
yeah, they're working today. Yeah, when you consider the Chrysler,
They've been on here pretty late.
some of the drivers.
Blue with it.
Yeah, I walked all the way down there. I walked all the way back.
And they make more carbide. They make the rail generating carbide.
There is no Where is that?
Well, I went there, they were
The lamp? So you can take it all the way.
There's like the headline, International Harbor. We took out the transmission back in the 70s. Did you ever have them on? Nope.
You lift the hood, truck side up, big truck side up. Hi, Bill.
Everybody can look at this.
Oh, why did you
As they pull one up here.
Hey! Come on over here.
Haynes Automobile Company, Kokomo, Indiana. Isn't that neat? There's a Haynes right here. Just focus right in on the word Haynes on the grill.
I know I did that on the other one.
It must be a 1921. The Indiana 21 there. Look at that. Haynes African jackrabbit. See the jackrabbit on it? Yep. See that? When African got it. You heard of African Way?
Yeah.
No, that's the guy that helped build the cars with me after a while. That's old Buick. Where's the front? There's the Ford. Now we get back to the other side. Heavy. Chevy African. The old cars. Old antique cars. These cars hardly ever go anywhere in the country. And they came to help celebrate with them.
Oh, it's like they just like trade on?
Huh?
These cars coming to
Yeah. Look at these old Fords. That Ford. Look at Ford made a better car. Research test car.
Look, I'm the only one getting shot with it.
Yeah, well, keep getting shot. Look at them all. Let's take a quick shot down the line. Looks like we're hitting the clock back 75 years.
And they're having church.
All these Model Ts coming on that road. The Model T was the car. They made that car and sold them for about $200.
Who, the Haynes did?
No, Model T Ford. They probably got a couple $100, so everybody could afford to save up and buy one. When they lasted forever, never got rid of them. Yeah, like
better move.
We missed you. He was at the DP.
Hi, Susie. Hi, Joe.
Oh, that's a car. It is, isn't it?
Hold them in tight.
There we go.
How much fun it was? Drive a car back to Old Hayes Road. When it broke, you made your own part.
Four remaining employees from the Haynes and Apperson factories. When we started the Haynes Apperson Festival some 20 years ago, we had the annual reunion of the Haynes and Apperson employees, and we had a goodly number back then. Now we have four of them on that could make it today, and we're sure happy to have them, and they are up here, and I don't know their names. So anyway, they're here, and I hope you have a chance to visit with them a little bit before you leave here. I'm pleased today that we have the author of Alloys and Automobiles, the life story of Elwood Haynes, with us this morning. And I've asked him to share some of what he learned while he was compiling the data for his book. So at this time, please welcome Ralph Gray from Indianapolis. He's a professor at IUPUI, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, Dave. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about what most of us know already, but I think that Kokomo is the place to be on July the 4th. This is a great turnout, a great place to be. I'm very proud to be part of this gathering. It's been that way for 100 years. In July the 4th, 1894, there was a convention here in the city. The Grand Orange Republic had its meeting. That's why they towed the first car out to the edge of town by the horse and then had it started here to drive out into the countryside. It worked great, so they drove all the way back from here, back into town, back to the Riverside machine shop where it had been built. And then on July the 4th in 1922, they had another large gathering, about, I think at least 5,000 people came here to see the marker dedicated. Mr. Haynes himself on the platform made some very nice remarks. He started off by giving all these words of praise. He quoted Mark Twain, who said the same thing at a meeting. He said, I'm embarrassed
beside that
of you.
young kid. Right over here. Go to where you can get
But
it.
he earned that praise, I think. He should have been honored. And then, of course, the next year they had the largest gathering ever. We don't want to talk much about that. The Klan had a rally here in the city, July the 4th, 1923. Then, on a personal note, my family had a nice reunion here, 1966. I had a brand new daughter. We had a nice gathering in Highland Park. So July the 4th is the place to be. And now today is the best day of all to be here. What a great turnout of the old cars. And people interested in history. It's just remarkable. Thanks very much for making me part of this program.
As I mentioned, Elwood Hillis is here with us, and he's known by all of us here in the 5th District as Bud. And for 8 terms, he served in the United States House of Representatives or Congressman. And Bud's going to share some of his thoughts about his grandfather with us now. So, Bud, would you please?
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Now, if I can understand how my grandfather felt when he stood here and said, gee, I'm kind of embarrassed. Fellow retirees, it's certainly nice to see you here. Platform guests, my family, and all of our friends that have come out for this occasion. I would like to say I knew my grandfather well, but that is not the case. He had died a year before I was born, but there's one person here who knew him well, and that's my sister Margaret, because if any of you have ever seen the picture at the monument with the pioneer and him seated in it with a little baby granddaughter, that was Margaret. Well, I agree with what Professor Gray had to say. It is a very significant day in Como. Perhaps not quite as historic as it was this day 100 years ago, but there wasn't everybody here when he started the car. In fact, he came out of here to kind of be alone. I'm not sure he knew exactly how it was going to work. I think he was concerned with public safety, however, and wanted to have it where it would be no hazard and he didn't have any danger in case a gasoline tank exploded or something of that kind. Elwood Haynes, if you read about him, had a very inventive mind, and he studied things very carefully before he made a move. The idea of an automobile came to him maybe 7, 8, 9 years before the car was actually constructed. There were practical reasons why this was the case. But he studied first perhaps a steam-powered car, and he decided that was too heavy, too dangerous. He studied electric cars. The batteries at the time made that prohibitive, and so he turned to gasoline. And he got himself a very small engine, and they lived in a very small house. And they hooked the engine up with my grandmother's consent in the kitchen, of all places, and got it started. And the darn thing jumped loose from the moorings and jumped all over the kitchen. And it wasn't until it disconnected itself from the battery that it ceased to function. And I said, you know, in a lot of families, the research would have stopped right then. But grandmother was a very trusting and supporting woman, and Elwood went forward, and of course, we know the history of the rest. There were many interesting things he had and experiences with the car when you read about it. One time, I guess, perhaps it was on the trip back in, and got into a race with a farmer and a horse. The farmer didn't want the car to pass, and every time Elwood got to 8 miles an hour, the farmer cracked the whip and the horse ran a little faster. But he said after a mile, the horse gave up, pulled off the side of the road, and we went past. And so the horse was, you know, that was the horse's carriage was a first success. Later, he was going by another farmer, had a load of tomatoes out here in the country, And the farmer kind of threw up the reins in a stark surprise when he saw this strange contraption. With that, the horse went off the road. The whole load of tomatoes upset. And Elwood said he stopped the car, got off, and settled with the man immediately and took his receipt. So I guess he didn't want anything to do with lawyers then either, you know. Well, the Pioneer is here. It's second trip back to Kokomo since leaving here to the Smithsonian. I got to view it in the Smithsonian and was always with a lump in my throat and a tear in my eye, I guess, when I'd see it. But one day I got to talk to the curator, and he saw me standing there, and the Haynes car is right out in front. It's in front of the Duryea car and every other car, and I said something, why is that positioned there? When really, it's kind of settled now. Duryea was maybe 6 months earlier. He said the reason the Pioneer is there is because it was built as an automobile. It's very innovative. It had many new ideas that were unknown at the time, where the Duryea car, when you examine it, was kind of a buggy with an engine on it. And that's the way the professional people and museum people in Washington have viewed it. And if you haven't seen the car here, I urge you all to go see it. It may be another 100 years, you know, before it's back. Well, it's a great day, and it's great to be with you all. Thank you so much for coming out. The parade was wonderful yesterday. People say, how do you like retirement? I like it just fine. But you know, I looked in some of the smiling faces and saw the waving hands there. I thought, maybe one more time. Thank you very much. I love you all.
I did retrieve the names of the Haynes employees that's with us this morning. John Steiner is on the end. Mr. McKillop. Edith LaRue is with us today. And the young gentleman here is O.M. Boer. He's son of O.M. Boer. I'm sorry, he's a historian. He wrote a book here several years ago. He compiled the pictorial history of Howard County. Yes.
Another automobile worker.
Oh, Wilbur Clements. He passed away Saturday night. Mrs. Clements is here with us today. Thank you for being here. We're going to leave here with the cars. We're going to drive down past some of the old Haynes plants. We're going to end up back at the Haynes Museum. There'll be a few activities there, and then this afternoon, I understand the cars will be at the Cyberland Mansion, most of them, or many of them.
I don't park.
I'm sorry. Oh, are they going to stay there this afternoon? You're going to stay there the rest of the afternoon? Fine. Okay. So that'll be a good place for you to pick up some photos of the cars. We sure enjoy having you here. Have a safe and happy 4th of July. Thank you.
Well, the only reason I do all this stuff is to put up my page, you know. He did that. That's bad. On the show. I still haven't seen him for a while. He's running around too fast. Well, I think I can still keep
See, so I didn't understand. It's the first mechanically successful automobile.
Oh, that's kind of dark. Andrus.
So that explains it.
First mechanic. And you heard what he said. The Duryea was built before his, about 6 months. The Duryea was just a motor on a carriage. He actually built the car for that purpose as a car.
Are you videoing?
Yeah, that's
you're
okay. Go ahead. He's already got it.
That's in the shadow.
Now, you want me to get a picture of you standing beside it, just like in the time clock tower? Yes.
No, no.
Real good, Fred. Real good, really good.
I can break it. No, you should take it.
Come here,
Come on.
How do you preserve that? Do you keep it in the air conditioner? It could be one for before they leave. This is the motor. This is a 1902 car, I just found out. 1902. Original leather, he said. The original leather seats. That bottle of water's been there ever since.
150 years.
Mike just wanted to get it over with.
That was a high one. We had a lot of big crowds. Common design
Lincoln's water pump or something else?
On that?
It's the water pump Lincoln.
Yeah, it's the packing nut connections. I don't have.
This came from, they came from Boone, Iowa.
Hauled it down to the 94 Ford pickup in the back end. Get it to our garage.
1922 Ford.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, JR. I've seen you in the Were you there?
I am Fords.
I've got a lot of them.
Off the wall. Hello there. I've got a two-wheel guard dock. This way, and then back up. The original mold from this one was scattered. I know that.
I mean, why? I mean, honestly, did that? Sure. Yeah.
Well, they want
wanted me to go up front. And I told him, I said, I broke the rear shift rod in a parade yesterday at the end of it, and I said, I might break down. And I might not go fast enough. So I said, I'd rather follow, because this is a replica. This came after all this happened. This is a new era. If you want a horse that's carried now, you're going to have to build it. You're not going to find them in the barn. No.
Yeah.
Well, they're 93. They're 1893. Frank Duryea made one. Elwood Haynes made one in 94, but there before them was a guy in Ohio City named Lambert, John W. Lambert. In 91, he made one.
This is an 1895
But he didn't go
car.
on and produce them.
Yeah, if you didn't produce anything, you didn't get a recognition.
Yeah.
Haynes was the actual first Duryea.
Yeah,
That is
Now,
a
Haynes started
replica.
an automobile company.
It's not the real actual thing, it's a replica of it. That's still as close as we're going to get you one.
He started his company, his Haynes
Let's go look at some of these other ones.
company a year before the Duryea started.
Yeah.
Remember that too.
This is the best car here.
You know, then, can I tell her? Especially on this hot asphalt, right? Get back to the shade. Not better than shade.
Is this yours, Kelly?
Hold on,
Hey, Bill, have you seen Jerry Grandpa?
Is this the first van? He said, yes, first minivan.
Oh. Okay.
Hi there. How you doing? Oh, pretty good. You're all ready, aren't you? You're going to be leaving about 5 minutes. Ready? Okay. My turn.
I don't know how they're...
First year, I only made it out.
You guys move. Although I can't do it in the car.
Okay, we'll catch you again, maybe. Okay, here's another one. Are you ready? Take this stump right here. Put it out to the person. Take this stump. Take racetrack down there. No one all over the nation.
Because my mother, she was born in 1891.
Let's see down Are they going to?
I'm going to do this.
Well, I sure do. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, dear. Thank you. How are you enjoying retirement?
I fell down the steps, folks. so people know, I really was here. This is me. I was here today, 100th anniversary.
There you are. That's the oldest. There's the old Buick. I saw a friend that's in one of these. Oh, he's giving up. I don't know. There's a guy I used to work with. Hey. Les Horner. I used to work in schools with him. Crap out of me. That one he built from the ground up, restored it. That one wooden one I was talking to him. They're all doing it for me. Oh, these cars are speeding right along. Look at that. Oh my goodness. What? Imagine if they all crashed. That'd be terrible. Wave at them so they'll wave at you, at the camera. 31 Corvette boat. 1931. Ooh, look at this Duesenberg. Is that not a beautiful car? Would you like to own one of these cars, Jeff? An Auburn? I don't know if that may be an Auburn. Look, all these people are stopped. They're gonna be here for a while. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. They're enjoying it. It's coming. It was at the end. That was a replica of the 1895. Was it? That's what it said. Really old school. Yeah, do we want these cars? We don't want that 57 Chevy, do we? What year is that? That's about a 62, 3. Anyway, look at this old car. This is about this old Packard, or a Duesenberg, or a Auburn. They're all about the same, but I'm not sure. Ask him what it is. How are you? What is it? What kind of car is that? A what? Hupmobile. Oh yeah. A Hupmobile. Kathy's other 57. Old Plymouth. Okay. Well, do we want these cars in here? We want to wait and get the old car. Get them on.
Basically, you don't have air conditioning on a hot day. I'm getting sunburned. Studebaker, made in South Bend, Indiana, Jeff. Until 1965. Yeah, it went out of business. I owned a 1960 Studebaker. Why didn't you keep it? Because it was junk. The engine was going. I was burning as much oil as I was gas. Go somewhere, put a quart of oil in it. Go somewhere. You fixed it and kept it? I didn't know how to do that stuff. I had a 67 Mustang too, Jeff. It was yellow with a black vinyl roof, big wide tires. It was cool. Black seats. It was a cool car. The engine went in it, and I lost my job, and the bank took it back. Look at this. There's a Dodge Polara 5 Cornet by the way. There's a Caddy, big old Caddy, and a Buick, big old Buick Electra or something. Yeah, Electra 225. Big. There's an old standard Chevy. Mom and Dad had a Chevy like that, only black, dark blue actually. Huh?
Oh, it's not like that.
We had it down in the country, and we went around a corner.
You know what I'm talking about?
He's having some problems. I'm gonna bend down. It's almost like they're marching in parade past me, you know? Oh, here comes the old one. So you asked him about it? You asked him about that car?
Yeah. I saw it the time.
Oh,
1895.
replica. I know her.
Looks like it, don't it?
What's that, 68? 67, right? 68. I was right the first time. Corvair. Here he comes. Now I want to get a picture of this. Wow, the car exhausted on it. 1895 replica. Of a Drury. It's not even a Haynes, it's a Drury. Okay.
It's WWKI.
WWKI, who cares?